so at least you can get some good education. I know from above still dad loves you. He died asking for your admission number so that he could at least pay your school fees. It was his last message with me. I will fight for you and may your dad rest in peace.
Mambo vipi? Karibuni tena hapa, this is Mutembei TV. Mimi naitwa MJK na nimepata nafasi ya kukutana na Sharon Kendi ambaye ana story yake ambaye ningependa sana azungumze na sisi, atueleze. Sharon, mambo vipi?
Mambo poa.
Uko salama?
Salama kabisa.
So Sharon, kuna hii story yako ambayo ulitaka sana kuzungumza na sisi ili tuone at least utasaidiwa kivipi. Hebu tueleze Sharon, majina yako, unatokea wapi na ni kitu gani ambacho unapitia sasa hivi?
Kwa sasa hivi jina langu kwanza ni Sharon Kendi, widow to the late Kano Waweru, the commandant Kenya Air Forces Lee, ambaye aliaga 26th of September this year. Now, Kano Waweru and I met in 2011, and since then our journey, it's been a love story forever and ever and ever. And then 4.5 years ago tulipata mtoto na yeye ambaye anaitwa Eliud, and they have been having a very close relationship with the father. Now, Kano Waweru and I tumeishi as husband and wife for all those years by virtue of cohabiting, and he's been a very good man up until just September 26th, just a normal day like any other. He calls me in the morning, wishes me a good day, and then we talk. The following day ndio watoto walikuwa tawarudi shule, so he sends me actually some money, ananiambia do some shopping for our son, kesho narudi shule. So it was just a normal day, tunaendelea kila kitu inaendelea tu sawa. Then up around I think it was around 3, as you will see kwa hizi charts, I think 2:33, he sends me a chat that to me, send me Eliud's admission number ya shule so that I can pay school fees. Now, I didn't have it, I'm at work. Once I get home, I'll send it to you, back to you. So I get at home at around 6. I write to him via WhatsApp chat, then I see hajani blue tick. I didn't get worried much, nilijua tu respond. So I go about my chores. At around 8, when I'm going to bed to sleep, I get to Facebook now. Via the messenger, somebody from South B, a friend, a mutual friend we call Duncan, asks me, is Flavie dead? You know. Nikakaa nikasoma tena.
Flavie is your husband?
Yeah, Flavie is now that Kano Waweru. Is Flavie dead? Then nimeshtuka, nikapiga namba yake ya simu ichukuliwe. I just screamed. So I called this guy wa South B, nikamuuliza, where have you seen this? He tells me kwa group WhatsApp ya another pub, inaitwa Checkers hapo South B, that imepostiwa. So immediately I called the owner of that pub, he's called Pish. Ask him, Pish, nasikia kwa group yako ya WhatsApp imepostiwa mzee ameaga. He tells me, unfortunately, it's true. I screamed my lungs out, you know. I called my relatives, wakakuja. So now I noticed that nobody else is coming to my house. Kwani those people who are supposed to be mourning with me, hata sijaambiwa through the military that this man is dead. Kwani kumendaji. So then it's when I make some calls, nikaambiwa there was another family. Now, there was another family, so that one had to sink in also. Now, what do we do? I'm mourning, you know, ndio hii. It was just terrible.
I mean it. So Flavie alikuwa na boma mbili au unamaanisha kitu gani?
I learned that day.
Baada yake kufariki?
Yes.
So what happened?
So I alert my family that nimesikia there is another family. So probably hiyo ndio ile iko legally recognized, I don't know. But nimeambiwa there is another family. So you people have to help me. So immediately my family, my aunties, my uncles, because wakaanza kunisaidia, how will, you know, sit down with the other family, wajue pia sisi tuko basi. Now it is that time. So then we called the dad. and some other family members wake ambao tulipata the numbers. We met somewhere in Valley Arcade. My aunt akanipeleka tukaongea na hao, but it was met with a lot of hostility, and tukaambiwa they'll think about that after the burial. It was met with a lot of hostility. Nikawauliza, now there is a child here. Wakachukua birth certificate, wakaangalia jina babi kwa birth certificate. Now, can I at least be allowed to go and see his body, because now it's been a week plus, at least nione mwili ya the late. Now I was told that no, as who? You're going to kuona hiyo mwili yake as who? So, the dad. As who? So I couldn't answer that. So he opted to send me some photos za the late akiwa huko morgue ambazo alikuwa amechukua that day. So hizo ndo alinitumia, akaniambia zitani console. So you can imagine. So I tried even to plead with them, can at least his son aende amzike to pay his final, respects, because this is a child they had a very close relationship with. That also was met with a lot of hostility. So basically kakataliwa. So my son did not bury his father.
When was he buried?
He died on 26th. The burial was on, I think it was on 6th of April. 2 weeks later. One of the Fridays.
Mmekuwa naye kwa ndoa kwa muda wa miaka mingapi?
Sorry?
Mlikuwa kwa ndoa kwa muda wa miaka mingapi mpaka kufa kwake?
I met Flavian in 2011. Since then we've been together.
Mkapata mtoto?
Yes.
Labda umejaribu kufanya chochote kuprove kwa familia ya kwamba yule mtoto ni wake?
Now we had these birth certificates. We had school fees ambazo, receipts ambazo the late alikuwa analipia mtoto wake shule school fees directly to the school. We obtained that also. And then there were photos. Niliwaonyesha. So an affidavit was served to the other now wife, Karo Makele. Alipelekewa, I think alipelekewa na the court server. She did not even look at them. Akasema ya juu hiyo maneno. Now, basically now I had to think of ways, at least pia my son apate njia kuzika pia babake, to pay his last respect. Now, I decided to go to court. Fortunately, the court found my basis is my arguments. Wakaona it's making sense. Then I obtained court orders not to bury the late. At least so that maybe the court, through my application, at least kama ni DNA, tuchukue mtoto akue proof to them that mtoto ni wake. So when the court orders came, they were served, but they decided to disobey the court orders. They went ahead and buried this man. So that is how my husband was buried. Sikuenda. My son also didn't get a chance to bury his father.
Now that your husband was buried, na mpaka sasa hivi, umejaribu labda kwenda nyumbani, hata basi kuona alizikwa wapi?
Now, I met these people. We were met with a lot of hostility. First of all, kuangalia mwili peke yake walikataa. Niliulizwa as who. That is number one. Number two, it was made clear that we were not welcomed. So I have those fears. What will happen to me? Nikienda huko kitu nifanyikie. What will happen? Because I'm alone.
Being that the family haikurecognize kama mke wa Flavi. Hizo miaka zote mlikuwa pamoja tangu 2011. Aliwahi kupeleka nyumbani kwao?
No, that is another question that I'll be honest. No, and I didn't insist.
Hata haujawahi kanyanga kwao mpaka sasa hivi?
Nyumbani hatujaenda kwao, but kwetu amekuja mara mingi sana. Meru.
So now that mpaka sasa hivi haujaenda kuangalia labda mumeo alizikwa wapi, labda umechukua njia gani kuhakikisha kwamba sheria inafuatwa, sababu unasema kwamba wali disobey the court? What have you done so far?
I went back to the court So this time now we filed contempt. My lawyer advised me that. So hapo ndo tumefikisha. The issue is still in court, so tunangoja till when the court will decide what is the best for this boy. Yes.
And what about the kid now? Mtoto anasemaje?
The kid is so devastated. At least now, the only thing anakaa naomba every now and then anakaa chini, the first thing that he does, he will say that I'm praying for daddy's soul. He's a very devastated kid. And then been sasa nowadays, kuna hii mitandao and all that. I give him my phone maybe sometimes to play games and all that. He'll see all these things that ziko kwa media and he'll say this is daddy. Daddy alikufa, and then mom, daddy, those maswali mingi sana anauliza. And also now there's that issue of sasa mtoto he's in PP, he's just a small boy in PP1. He has a whole life ahead of him. And with his father alive, at least alikuwa na hiyo chance ya kusoma vizuri and that education. That is the only thing mimi nilikuwa nasema. I'm not even after anything ya the late. I don't know what he had, what he didn't have. Nah, I even don't want to know. I was just after my son apate at least education. Only that. But it has been met with a lot of hostility. So I'm just, niko hapo sijui la kufanya wala la kutofanya.
Have you tried to do the DNA to prove that mtoto ni wa flat?
Yeah, now that DNA part is what the court wanted when they grant those orders, that the latest is equal. So they wanted to patia the other party pia chance akuja explain pale. Then if they found it, they deemed it right, then hapo ndio tulikuwa tunaelekea. But now, unfortunately, they went ahead and buried the late Flavian.
And now, mambo ya DNA, sababu hata mtu akizikwa bado DNA inaweza fanyika. Are you planning to go ahead and do the DNA, or are you ready?
Yes, I am. And like I've said, I wouldn't want to go ile mambo iko kotini ndani sana because it's still in court. But there is that application, it is also in court, exhumation. Yes, but we can proceed with the DNA. It is in court.
What are you doing to make sure that mtoto ako consulted na ako sawa? Sababu of course anakumbuka babake na anamjua vizuri sana. Kitu gani unafanya?
Yeah, they had a very close relationship with the father. Now, I'm just trying to talk to him. Namwambia mtoto daddy alienda kwa Mungu, because of course he's having very many questions. Like on Sundays he will call and ask, kwani daddy leo akuja kunipeleka San Valencia? We used to go to San Valencia kwenda, to swing. He will take his son for shave kwa baba. Yes, kunyolewa nywele. They had a very close relationship. So I'm trying to make him understand that he's not coming back, which is not easy, of course.
Sasa hivi anaenda shule au walikuwa baba alizikwa kabla wajafunga shule, sio? Alikuwa bado anaendelea na masomo?
It was September 26th and then 27th shule zilikuwa zinafunguliwa. Yes.
And
now,
of course, January iko hapa.
Now, like I was saying, his last message was, now send me the admission number at this boy so that nilipe school fees. Aende shule kesho 27th. So he did not get to pay because sikuwa na hiyo admission number. So I told him, ngoja niende kwanza kwa nyumba, then I'll send you. I have that chat ya mwisho. So wakati nilimtumia ndio I got the news that he's normal, actually amekufa.
Mpaka sasa hivi umejua alifariki kutokana na kitu gani?
No. Nobody is talking to me. Hakuna closure. I don't know what killed him.
Now that umeamua kufunguka, unajua of course social media haisahau na history itawafikia watu wengi sana. Usaidizi upi ambao unataka sana usaidiwe?
I think ile usaidizi tu ningetaka sana kusaidiwa is about just this kid. No, it's not even about me. It is this boy who had a whole future ahead of him with a father who was very supportive. At least mtoto apate education. There's nothing ingine kubwa unaweza patia mtoto apart from good education. Ukimpatia good education, ataweza kujisimamia kwa maisha yake ya baadaye. Now that this is a child who doesn't have a father, and kule kwingine amekataliwa pia, you know. So ni mtoto wangu tu asome, because with his father alive and a man who's, you know, served this country, Flavi loved his job, he loved what he did. Ningeomba sana wanisaidie tu huyu mtoto wangu asome. The military that Flavi worked for, because huyu mtoto hata birth certificate, I mean the know-how that they wameiona through the chief of legal DOD, who is a madam ambayo tuliongea naye before mzee azikwe. We talked on woman to woman basis. So na wameiona na huyu ni mtoto wa huyu, msaidieni mtoto wa mwenzenu pia asome. And now that the family wameleta hiyo hostility mingi sana hivyo, then I'm left with no any other choice than kwenda hiyo kotini. Now our fate hangs kwa ile koti watafanya ndio mtoto apate haki. So ningeomba pia koti wanisaidie sana, wafuatilie hii kitu so haki itendeke, because there is a boy here who is 4.5 years old. He has a whole life ahead of him. Huyu mtoto asibaki kuteseka na akose ile babake angempatia kama angekuwa hai. That is my prayer.
What do you do for a living?
Now, I do small business here and there, maybe selling, kuuza vitenge. Sometimes naenda Tanzania naleta, naja nauza.
How is the business so far, na inakusaidia wewe na mtoto kulipa rent and everything?
Of course, that cannot be sufficient. Sasa, you know, after COVID came in, very many things zilifanyika. Kuna hiyo kutravel, hakuna nini. Bado hatujarudi, you know, na hiyo kidogo napata, it cannot be enough. For school fees, there's rent, there's food, there's kila kitu. There's because kama ni hospitali, he has taken covers for us as a insurance. So basically, he played a very big part. Na ili kidogo napata, hiyo mapato, kusema kweli, it cannot be enough to give me this boy that life, you know. But ile sana naomba niyo tu education, mtoto asipate kusoma. I'm not even after what this guy had, what he didn't have. Ni tu mtoto wangu sasa asome.
Ningependa, if it's possible, unaweza share namba yako. Maybe kuna mtu ambaye anatazama na kuna njia yote ya kukusaidia, labda upate justice au kwa njia yote mtoto wako asome. You never know who is watching. I don't know whether you can share your contact, pahali ambapo mtu anaweza akakupata, or maybe your address.
Okay. So my contact is I'm on 100 92 85 58. That is 100 85 58. Na pia mali mtu anaweza nipata around Nairobi. I mean Nairobi town. Yes.
Also, ningependa uangalie hii kamera, utumie familia ya Flavi ujumbe, lakini pia uzungumze na mtoto wako.
To Flavi's family, my name is Sharon. Again, introduce, and I was that woman in Flavi's life. We were so close, and he was my husband. Even in death, I still love Flavi. I'm in shock and still mourning him. Ningependa kuambia that huyu mtoto wa Flavi, mtoto hana makosa yoyote. Kama wale watoto wengine, pia yeye akuwe recognized na mtoto aweze pia kusoma. That is all that I'm requesting you for. I'm not after anything that Flavi had or didn't have. Ni tu peke yake huyu mtoto wake apate education. Manake I've proved that hata yeye ndiye alikuwa anamlipia school fees and he had only paid for 2 terms. Mtoto apate kusoma ndiye aweze kujisaidia kwa maisha yake ya baadaye. I'm not after anything that, you know, Flavi had and Ama didn't have. Tafadhali.
Mtoto utamwambiaje?
No, my son, because definitely he'll watch this. Eliud, your dad is no more than just like you know, but I'm here. He left us. Sisi wawili, na we will make it. We'll make it, my boy. It's gonna be difficult, but Mom will try to fight for you, so at least you can get some good education. I know from above still, Dad loves you. He died asking for your admission number so that you could at least pay your school fees. It was his last message with me. I will fight for you, and may your dad rest in peace.
Thank you so much, Kendi. Na utakuwa sawa. Mtazamaji, umesikia story yake Kendi. It's so touching. Iwapo uko hapo unatazama, uko na njia yote ambayo unaweza ukamsaidia nayo Kendi, reach out kwa namba ambayo ameipeana, na utakuwa umemsaidia hata sio yeye tu, mpaka mtoto wake. Na pia iwapo uko hapo na unaweza ukamsaidia labda apate justice, sababu hakupata nafasi ya kumzika au kutoa heshima zake za mwisho kwa mumewe. Hata mtoto hakupata nafasi ya kumzika babake, na inaumiza sana. Tuambie, ni kitu gani ambacho unahisi kwamba Kendi hapa anaweza akafanya ili kuhakikisha kwamba maisha yake yanarejea kawaida na anaweza akaendelea na kumlea mtoto wake? Tuambie hapo kwenye sehemu ya comments. Tupatane katika exclusive interviews zingine hapo baadaye.